Hello, everybody. It's just starting to be spring here. Some of the trees start to bloom, and that's really lovely. So, in the videos you're seeing now was at the Kochi Botanical Gardens, which was a really lovely place. Some of the cherry blossoms had started to bloom, which were very pretty. Only a few of them so far, but it still looked absolutely wonderful. The gardens was on the top of a massive hill. But thankfully, there was a bus that took you right to the top, because if I walked all the way to the top, I feel I would not have enjoyed the garden at all, because I would have been dying and instantly wanting to go back home. I think I picked the most perfect day to go as well, since the sky and the clouds were lovely. It was a little bit warm, but not too hot, so it felt really good. It was really nice to see all the different plants and flowers, especially the pink sakura blossoms. I thought they were really pretty and they really stood out. The park was really big as well. There was a massive outside section as well as an inside section as well, which had some really interesting flowers and lots of interesting noises as well. So, for example, they had random monkey noises, random bird sounds, which I guess was to get you into the mood, but it was quite fun. I definitely enjoyed it. I really enjoyed all the different flowers inside and how pretty some of them looked. I really liked how warm it was inside, and the flowing water was really pretty as well. This bit was a bit tricky while trying to record. I don't know why I thought it'd be a good idea to film while going over stepping stones, but everything worked out. I didn't fall in or get wet, so I was proud of myself for that one. I really like these flowers, but I'm not sure what the name is. So vibrant with the orange and black colours. Next to the guest house where I work is a little restaurant what serves bento boxes, which are like little Japanese lunch boxes. This one cost about £3.50 and it had fried chicken, sweet and sour pork, rice, some spaghetti, and some pickled vegetables. So it's amazing value and amazing taste. Later in the week, I visited Katsurahama, which is like a paradise. The statue you'll see is of a famous samurai from Kochi called Sakamoto Ryoma, and it was very interesting to learn about. The beach here was absolutely wonderful and flawless. The day I went, again, was perfect. It was so sunny, clear skies, the beach was massive. It wasn't very busy as well, which was wonderful. The ocean tide was pretty powerful, but thankfully I didn't get too close to that one. Also, in the area, there was lots of pretty shrines as well, which was really nice to explore and see. Unfortunately, you were not allowed to swim in the location, which was not really a shame, but I think it would have been lovely to do on a hot day. And this is a view from the top of the rockery with a little shrine, and how vast and blue the ocean is. It's so wonderful. Today, I went to Shimanto, which is an hour away from Kochi City, where I'm currently staying. Hopefully, I can figure out how to put a little map on screen so you can see where I went. The area was in the countryside, so there was so many lovely views on the train. The first place we went to was a hobby museum, which had lots of different characters and models of Japanese shows. The Hobby Museum is really wonderful. It was right in the middle of the countryside, and it was a really nice journey there. When you entered the hobby, you got to open a capsule toy, which was quite fun, and inside was a little aeroplane figure. The hobby shop had so many different models and figures of famous Japanese animations and films and cinemas. It was really interesting. There was also quite a lot of Western films in here as well. So, like earlier, you saw Snufkin from the Moomins. Uh, maybe not English. Godzilla is famous all around the world. In the middle of the shop, there was a big pirate ship, which was interesting, as well as dinosaurs and all lots of interesting, wonderful, different things. It's really fun to explore and see all the different things. I especially like the old-fashioned Japanese models. Reminds me a lot of the Power Rangers and the shows what would have inspired them. My friend told me these little bridges are called Shinkabashi, which are rivers without railings. They're really interesting because they built this way to stop damage when it floods. So they're kind of scary to walk across, and I don't think I would be brave enough to drive. But the view was so lovely, especially when it was raining, and all the mountains have the cloudy mist around them. I thought it was so magical. This is unagi. It's eel with a sweet soy sauce glaze on top. It's really tasty. The taste was kind of meaty for fish, and it was really lovely, especially the rice underneath after it had some of the oil dripped into it. It tasted really good, and the pickles tasted lovely with it as well. Later in the day, we went to this really cute little cafe. We drank matcha, which is Japanese green tea, as well as sakura mochi, which is like a chewy rice dish with anko inside, which is bean paste, with kind of a bitter, salty leaf on top. So it was a nice mix of bitter and sweet, which tasted amazing. The cafe also had a display for Hina Matsuri, which is a Japanese festival and holiday to celebrate girls. During the display, they use lots of ornamental dolls to kind of display the emperor, the empress, attendants, and the musicians in the traditional dresses. And I think this is of the Heian period. It's really interesting to see all the designs and how cool they look and how interesting they are. And it's nice to see the tradition of history as well.